Poland's being pushed back. I honestly don't see a way that the PLC are going to compete against this coalition of Germanics and Hungarians and Czechs as well, I guess. We were also told that there was a player war happening in Africa, but I'm not seeing it. Timbuktu definitely expanded as they were before. Yao is just... Oh, no, Yao is fighting Benin. What is going on here? What indeed is going on here? Let's see. Benin went to war with Kano, but Yao got involved as well. That doesn't look terribly good for Daniel's side.
Yeah, but Yao is AI because I think he's dropped out.
Yeah, there we go. I guess Leo was there for a moment, but now he's out. Still, that doesn't look too good for Daniel. He's at war with a lot of enemies, and those enemies have tech advantage over him. Tech 4 is not to be sniffed at.
But Italy's more fun.
Yeah, Italy's where it's at. Unfortunately, looks like Wiz is just being more out of sync than in, so he might have to drop out there. That said, he's in a pretty comfortable position here, sieging down his mortal enemy, the Kaiser. Heretics in the internet today.
Yeah, he was complaining about this internet being shit all day. But I'm saying it's not a guaranteed victory for the coalition, because I only say Austria and... Yeah, because they're all stuck down in France.
Yeah, I see the Venetian army is just waiting to prey on anyone that shows weakness. They're also sieging down the mountainous fort in Milan, which would be a great thing to hold against Milan, who, as we remember, is the war leader here. Why has Timbuktu got more advanced mill tech than Morocco? I too would like to know that, actually. What's Morocco doing on Tech 4? We need some input from the Grug. How does he manage to turn around a nation and make them so militarized so quickly? Alright, we're keeping it going.
England is losing a war in France. But not to France.
Yeah, they're fighting against, let's see, Lorraine and Provence. Or else Provence brings in Lorraine. Looks like they just haven't defended. They're right there. They need to go on the offense. Take them back before they lose Caen or Sienne or whatever's next to Co. Still, though, they're looking all right for uniting Ireland. I'm just curious what's going on. Like, Scotland was involved in those wars, but Scotland got a sweet load of nothing out of that. They're not even getting mad.
Well, why is the Royal English Army standing still, waiting for Caen?
That I wish I knew. Okay, Hoffalof is chiming in saying he's helping. Well, he's helping by watching the English lose their fort, and now, well, I am at a loss. Maybe it's the fact that Provence have 2 military techs above them, that they actually managed to slaughter the English army. But the Scots are there as well, and the Scots aren't that far behind in tech. Grug is also claiming that Timbuktu is the city of world's desire. It has 39 developments, so he's definitely
Venice won a battle in Italy.
Ooh.
Crushed the capital there. And they're probably going to take it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take it. But Savoy is marching on in. Savoy is not having any of this. How was Venice doing so good there? Oh, well, it was short-lived. Right, they brought in mercenaries. Alessio's company, huh? Sent back to Venice once more. I mean, they have manpower, but they need it all to replenish the troops that they have. Ucha. And the rebels are helping out as well. The rebels are fighting out Savoy and Geneva. Oh, Geneva, who are you subject to? Savoy, of course. Ooh. This could be the war that decides who triumphs in Italy or not.
I like how Aria is doing. It's basically doing everything to get war score up, so it's a longer war.
Yeah, trying to bleed out his enemies here, because if you just give them a free pass, they're just going to be even stronger when they come for you next time, and they're not going to let you be next time. We've got a cry coming in asking to see the devastation map mode. I don't think Italy is going to look too good on that front. There we go. Central Italy is just in tatters here. 33% over in Cremona. Not only that, the places that the Ottomans have occupied isn't looking good. Poland, of course, isn't looking too hot. Why is the Great Horde so... Oh my, I was saying that Muscovy is going to be a bit crippled in this one, but Muscovy is doing very well right now. They've integrated their subjects, and they're about to integrate the Great Horde. Oocha. Might not be a free pass for Denmark and Sweden yet.
It just feels wrong that Germany is the place with most prosperity. Germany and Hungary.
Yeah, it's unusual for Scotland and England to not have all the prosperity going on, since they shouldn't be places to get sieged up and stuff. But I guess they have such poor leadership. Well, even that's not so bad. There we go. The fight's being taken into Austria. Venice were trying to go for some occupations there, but Austria's having none of that. Even taking the fights in the mountains, and Venice is not going to get under Karnten in time.
Let's go down to Africa, because I think we have two players there that are doing really good.
Yeah, Timbuktu gobbling up his old ally Strong High, and Benin, actually in that war that looked a bit hairy, coming out on top. And they're about to eat up Dagbon's lands. Now, none of this has particularly amazing development, but land is land, and the trade goods in Central Africa is actually pretty good. Plenty of gold, plenty of fairly expensive goods, like dyes are always worth their lot throughout the game, as is ivory. So get on it. Kaiser Johann, even with no army and 100% occupied, is taunting his enemies, saying, "I hope you realize you're not able to hit me with peace deals here." I don't think Milan... Okay, Milan isn't sending him peace deals that can be enforced. All the while, I imagine, is Milan getting called for peace just yet? No, so they can go at this for a wee while, and it's not like Venice has surrendered here.
It's a war on Cremona, so it's a war on Venice. So.
Yeah, but did they make... no, they did not make Florence a co-belligerent, so his land is going to be very expensive to take. I think the Kaiser's going to live through this as well. We don't have any inputs from the players currently. No, he's shaking his head. Nobody's chiming into us just now.
If you're looking at Venice, they're losing enormous amount of money. They're losing...
yeah, they got a deficit.
Almost 4 gold. Losing 4. If you go to the war screen, you can see that they're losing money to getting looted.
Yeah, and they got loans. They've even got a loan from Ak Kayunlu right now.
But they're like 7 gold a month just from being looted.
That's grim stuff. Oof.
No manpower, no nothing. That choice of picking Genoa over Ottomans were not a good idea.
No, they tied themselves to a nation that went down and in exchange lost their divine protection.
Castile is in a war.
What's Castile up to? They're taking out Liège? Why would they do that? Oh, Burgundy's the one... Wait, I don't understand this. So Burgundy decided to attack Liège, but decided to call in Castile's help for it? Were they not convinced that they could take out the mighty Liège on their own?
Maybe not, maybe not.
Well, damn. Hungary decided that they would be the emperor now. How did that flip over? Must have been an arrangement between the Eastern Alliance bloc.
Yeah, because Saxony is an elector, Brandenburg, Bohemia.
Probably just trying to keep it away from Austria, I suppose.
I don't think they trust Austria.
Well, Austria certainly wouldn't trust Hungary. Austria and Hungary fell out in the first session after appearing to be allies, so I'm not sure about that one. Okay, the peace deal is kind of up. There we go. So a couple of provinces went to Bohemia, a couple went to, well, more than a couple went to Brandenburg. Oh, they got Stolp. And that leaves Hungary able to take Moldavia. It's all heretical land, but it's good heretical land. And that has given Hungary a bit of a leapfrog. If they want to carve their way through Lithuania and then take on Muscovy, they're at liberty to do so. Or they could take a bit of a shortcut through Crimea, but there's a bit of an Ottoman threat on that front. Poor
Well,
Venice.
Hungary has 300 development now.
Yeah, there we go, and that means they can get a victory card, but who's it gonna be on? It's for Silesia, and that would mean taking a big fight with their ally Bohemia, which means, you know, if they do that, good for them, they'll get some points, but if they don't, then they're going to be less likely to get get a trophy at the end when they're the likes of Castile, who do have their victory card.
England's managed to get out of the war in Europe by gobbling up more of Ireland.
I mean, it's a typical English way forward. It's like we could get involved with all this mainland stuff, or just attack Ireland again and again.
I don't understand why they're not sending peace offers to Venice.
Yeah, I haven't seen
trying
them
to
pop
stab it.
up here. Maybe they've got it. They have got pretty much the full 100% war score that they need for it. They got 99. The Kaiser still burning there, so what are they up to? We can look at it from Milan's point of view. And he does have call for peace, so Milan's going to have to start making his peace, because that's growing and growing.
Well, he's
Milan's...
gonna.
On you go.
Yeah, he got rebels in Florence.
Yeah, they could de-siege it back. Looks like Milan's on their way down, though. Milan's in the middle of a disaster right now. They're Golden Ambrosian Republic. That gives them extra unrest, so anything they occupy is even more likely to... There we go! Big revolt in Milan. Together, I'm sure they'll take care of it, but I don't know what they're trying to do with Venice.
It looks like they're losing.
Yeah, then... Ooh, only barely taking out those heretics. But I think that remains our only player war at the moment. I just want to check in by Africa, see what's going on there. Timbuktu are drilling on the border with Mali. They have a 2 Miltech advantage. They're probably waiting to get Miltech 6, and then they're going to body Mali. I think Timbuktu could take Mali without too much bother here. Mali has some, quite a few allies though. But Katsina wouldn't get involved.
Milan is getting stab hitted. No, Milan is stab hitting Florence for Arezzo.
Just that one province though.
Yeah, because that's for the papacy. They just want to cripple him slowly so they can get more from Van.
Yeah, securing the state of Tuscany will be great for the papal state, because that's a very powerful state to have. And yeah, they're at the point of being stab hit out of the wars. Kaiser Johann is in the chat though, justifying things. Timbuktu looking alright. They've completely gobbled up former Songhai. They got that fort on Gao, which will help defend the area. Not bad development there either. 17 is pretty big for the region, although Timbuktu at 40 is the best around. I thought he would strike down Jenny by now, but Jenny's alliance with Mali is probably stopping him from jumping on that. But Timbuktu are able to get Tech 6 now, so I'm surprised that he's not fighting Mali with that immediately. Because Tech 6 against Tech 3, you could be outnumbered 2 to 1, even 3 to 1, and you would come out on top. There we go, we got peace for Kaiser, and there we go. He's only lost one province, but Although he has quite a bit of development, it's still only 3 provinces, and he's surrounded by enemies.
But was it a stab hit piece? Probably.
Probably, because he's at -3 stability with no admin power. And all in all, ooh, it's looking grim for Florence. The time of the Holy Bishopric of
Venice
Florence.
is not getting stab hitted. They are like asking for Treviso, Padova, Brescia, Verona, Bergamo, and there's like 6 provinces to Milan and release Bologna. If I'm Venice, I'm going like, haha, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
there's no reason to accept that.
And they cannot get to Venice itself. They'll just let their armies bleed there.
Yeah, I mean, all the while Milan is hurting for that, and Venice is. I mean, if Milan is a little less greedy, they'd be able to stab hit out Venice here.
Because the important thing here, look at Venice, or look at in Parma.
Yeah.
Soon they have an unrest, recent uprising that's slowly ticking away.
Mm-hmm.
7 more years they can avoid this thing.
Yeah, but all this time,
Because
all this time of war and stuff is stopping them from, advancing, getting the autonomy down.
Yep, they can't do anything.
Keeps them tied up, whilst other nations can profiteer. You know, Hungary, Bohemia, Brandenburg are all getting stronger, whilst the Italians are busy trying to kill each other. Oh,
Yep.
but they're going to make it over to Venice now. Venetian fleet is being hammered by... Who was that came on in?
Portugal.
Portugal to the rescue. So it looks like now they're getting all their units together to try to attack Venice. Now, if Venice plays his cards right very well, he could demolish these guys, but probably not going to happen. We'll see. Oh, it's looking good for Venice. If he pops his fleet out at the right moment, he'll be able to destroy... Oh, he didn't go for it.
You don't even need it.
Oh, he doesn't need to. He's just hammering them. There we go. The Venetian defense held strong. There we go. Our hero's not going down without a fight here.
This is awesome. It's like he made a bad diplomatic decision.
Yeah, but he's following it up with a good military one. Here comes the backup Austrians. There we go. Peace has been declared. He knew he couldn't defend Venice for much longer, but what do we have? We've got Aquileia on the map. Haven't seen
lost
them.
his heartland.
Haven't seen that since EU3. Yeah, Venetian heartland is gone. All he's left with is, oddly enough, a border with the Kaiser, but I think that just means they get hanged together. Milan, though, got his cores back, got a coastline. Treviso to the Austrians. That's strong stuff. And John Kaiser's claiming that he will definitely be back. Mark those words.
Okay, so England is gobbling up more of Ireland.
There we go. The Irish aren't long for this world.
The Palatinate is fighting another war, probably getting another province. Brunswick is in a war against...
Berg again.
Björn B is getting kicked out of Crimea.
Oh god, who's after? Oh, he attacked Theodoro, but Theodoro hit back harder.
Hungary is in a war. Yeah, Hungary is protecting Genoa.
Yeah, there we go. Hungary have allied Genoa. They've made a new friendship. I would suppose... Oh god, Trebizond is even sieging down Genoa back home.
And Castile is going into Aragon proper and Sicily.
Yeah, that's been a long time coming. Either the truce was longer than I thought, or they were dragging their heels on that. But it's good for Spain to unite their lands there.
But we have 2 free players that are great powers. We have England, the most powerful.
We got Hungary
and Castile.
But the low-key great power of Grug is currently fighting it out. He's taking the fight to Mali, and he is winning it soundly. He's very grateful, no doubt, for the fort that he has in Gao. But here we go. This is the power of military tech advantage in Africa. Timbuktu slaughtering those around him. Oh, and Benin's getting involved as well. Oh, Benin do not have the good tech, but they'll bring in numbers, and numbers have a charm of their own. Morocco has actually colonized Tuat between themselves and Timbuktu. Now, do you think this is a friendship brewing, or is Morocco going to want to strike at the Groog before he becomes more powerful than he can imagine?
It's Gorian, so you never know.
Got a question about integrating subjects, and yes, France is currently integrating... well, they've integrated one already. I think they've integrated Berry. And they're currently integrating Orléans. They also got... they got Naples as a junior partner. Good on them. Everything changed when the Timbuktu nation attacked. Now, I don't know if our French player actually wanted to be integrating those vassals so soon, because they brought a lot of punch into the fight. But you don't make it to the session. It's in the AI hands unless you get a substitute. Okay, Gorion's making some claims. He says that's nice African lands you've got there. A tall claim from another African. Did we have somebody pop in there?
Hello, this is Savoy.
Ah, welcome Savoy. Do you have any insights for us?
Right, so yeah, we had a good plan to smash them, and we kind of did. I have a small mass of like 500 ducats of debt and no manpower, but apart from that, going pretty well.
It's a trifling matter in multiplayer.
Yeah, I have a question to you. Where do you plan to expand between Milan and...
Well, France is the tricky one. But the idea is to expand into Provence, basically.
Into
and
France?
I can form no, Provence, not France.
Don't let France hear that.
And we'll deal with France at a later date.
But France has missions all over Savoy. Are you not fearful of the French attacking you?
Of course I am. I'll just have to hope they don't.
Okay, well, you've got strong allies against them, right? You got the Pope, you got Milan that has just proven that they can punch above their weight, and Austria and the Swiss.
And now I have Genoa, which is quite helpful.
The province, not the country. It's the
the province.
Poor country.
They'll be united soon enough.
Speaking of Genoa, watch their last province, Italy, and watch who's sieging down.
Yeah, Trebizond have come on in, deciding that... So what? I would like to hear from Bjorn and find out what happened there, but he went on the attack against Theodoro, but it just did not pan out for him. He's brought in the Hungarians, who they're helping out at least.
Yeah, but where? Oh, this is interesting.
But I take it, Savoy, that you're not wanting Genoa taken by Theodoro. You want it for yourself.
Yeah, it's not my preference, but I mean, Theodoro is not exactly scary, so...
All the while, Daniel's claiming that African Renaissance is here. So, what's your plan is to expand into Provence? Is that right, Savoy?
Now.
For now.
Plans change every 5 minutes, though, to be honest.
But the allies you have right now, they are near and dear to you, and you would never stab them. Is that right?
Yeah,
of course, sure.
Okay.
That was a long break before you said I would. I mean, I would be suspicious because it's like, if I'm Milan, I'm like, yeah, I'm in the middle of between Savoy and Austria. Long term, I don't have a great position, so I might as well just kill some. Or Switzerland in the same position.
The thing is, Switzerland and I are quite good friends, so I'm not sure Milan's going to win that one.
Well, not when you've got Starnan on your side, but can you trust the Starnan? Well,
Watch Hungary. Watch Hungary. They're getting sieged down by Trebizond.
it's the curse of allying Bjorn B.
He has only one army, and it's in the middle of Crimea, and he's marching back while his country is getting burned by.
Learning the hard way about allying Genoa here. And Nurgle, I've got a lot of volume going into my headset. Thank you. Oh, that's better. Thanks. There's only so much of my own voice I want to hear.
Why is Kaiser Johan at war with the Ottoman?
He decided to go out on a war of aggression. I don't know if he's trying desperately to carve out a bit of land for himself so he can get out of Italy. But his options are few right now, so... Wait, does he even have an army? Oh, An interesting approach.
Oh, I see his plan. This is evil. This is beyond evil. This is trolling, Kaiser. This is not what you do.
It is lost on me.
He declared war of the Ottomans. And what are the Ottomans going to do? They're going to completely destroy and defeat him. And then it's going to be Ottoman territory in Florence instead.
Ah, so if they want... I'm not sure that'll work, though. The Ottomans don't want that land. So I don't think he'll just be able to fork it over. That said, though, I think the Italians could deal with an Ottoman threat. Well, the Kaiser himself is actually in the Twitch chat, so I'm sure he can answer people's questions there. Unless he thinks he can become a subject of the Ottomans, but I doubt that. I doubt that massively.
Switzerland is in a war with Mulhouse. I thought that was a Simpsons character.
Mulhouse.
Or maybe Millhouse. I don't know.
There we go, Jameson. Easy to pass them by on the map. But there we go, the Swiss are just taking extra land for themselves there. Oh no, well, Kaiser's not claiming to be in chat anymore, but oh well.
I want to say bye-bye to a country that existed, and it's just... It used to be big, but it's not existing anymore. It's Mali. Mali is just a few promises, because Timbuktu and Benin are powerful.
Yeah, they cleaved right through them. Mali was just so far behind in tech, especially with Timbuktu enjoying military tech 6. And let's see, I am very surprised that the Grug didn't take all the gold. I would have gone down to the province of Bur and taken that sweet gold, but he did not. But what Benin should be doing is going for the gold in Lobi. I mean, sure, you'll get a lot of inflation, but just a number.
This is bad for... look at the map. Tunis has colonized down as well. So basically, a Moroccan Tunis reaching down into Africa. What is Timbuktu and Benin going to do? Will they ally air and protect themselves?
Well, maybe if Morocco and Tunis get some actual military tech on their side, they'll be okay. Well, Tunis is enjoying 7 corruption. Madness. Still, though, I think it's a good opportunity for Morocco and Tunis to go down and bring the fight there, because if they let Timbuktu and Benin consolidate all of Central Africa, well, they're going to have a big fight on their hands against them.
Oh, I have a war, so I'm going to have to go now.
All right, cheers, Pierre. Enjoy your time in Savoy.
Yep, see ya.
There we go.
It's an interesting session, at least. The Ottomans are growing dramatically. I think they're crushing the Mamluks again.
Oh yeah, they're going to be feasting on Mamluks for some time now.
Crimea as well. How many wars are Ottomans fighting? Just one.
Karaman, Crimea, Mamluk, Cyprus. I mean, they're going to want to eat up the Anatolian Beyliks, which they've been dragging their heels in doing, but it'll strengthen the Ottomans quite a bit. But yeah, we've had wars in pretty much all the areas so far today. I guess Iberia's just been cleanup. And I guess cleaning up the Irish is a big job as well. But stuff going on in Germany and Poland, even over with the Russians.
But one interesting thing I wanted to point out, we talked about score earlier, and if looking at the statistic is that Castile, they have a victory card. So every month right now, because nobody's going to take it, they just keep adding 1 point for this victory card. And nobody else is going to have one for the next, like, maybe 20 years.
It doesn't look likely. I mean, England would have to destroy Burgundy to get their one, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. In fact, if it was going to happen, it would happen this session while France's AI. And
Burgundy destroy Bohemia. But I mean, this is giving the Castile 600 something. Oh, it's a player war.
Oh, there we go. Venice once again. So the Milanese are gunning down Lucca, but Venice is still allied to Lucca. So, alright, so they're carving out the lands and trying to take it away. So, yeah, I think the days of Venice and Florence are pretty much over. Yeah, Venice losing their heartland was a big deal for them. Although they're trying to siege down Milan, getting that last bit of revenge. But in come the Austrians. They actually gained an early victory against Milan there. Good job.
Yeah, the problem is that the Austrians has like 30-40k, and Venice cannot afford such an army.
Yeah, not anymore. Venice isn't made of money anymore. Yeah, I was looking at the score. Castile's actually getting the most score out of everyone per month. They're even trouncing the Ottomans. And the Ottomans are first in all ranks, but the victory cards can make the difference there. And victory cards can force you to choose between, do you keep your cozy ally and not win in terms of score, or do you strike out and take it for yourself? Speaking of being striked out, there go the Venetians. They try once again to take Milano, but it doesn't work.
Press F for Venice.
Poor Venice. I mean, I feel for Venice. I played as Venice in a dev clash once, and it's not the easiest because you're kind of in everybody's face, and you have such rich land that everyone wants you dead. But that's what makes it all the more interesting, especially when someone puts Wiz right on your border. Ooh, rough.
Yeah, but I think Wiz and Kaiser Johan cancelled each other out during these two sessions.
Yeah, but what decided it there was, I think, Wiz getting the better alliances. Kaiser only had one or two.
Yeah, but I was thinking from Venice point of view. Venice was just... I can't get over the...
Yeah, backing Genoa over Ottomans was just... I wonder if it was by mistake even. Like, they saw call to arms, they saw Ottomans, and like, oh, I should help the Ottomans, but instead... they were accidentally turning on the Ottomans. We'd have to hear from Venice himself. But yeah, either way, it has spelt disaster for them. There we go. So it's been Italy really delivering the player wars this time. I see Starnan again, quietly, without bringing attention to himself, is chewing up central Germany here. There goes Mulhouse, who actually expanded a fair bit on their own. And he's got to be quiet about it. It's HRE land, so it's extra aggressive expansion. Ooh. So we were talking earlier about Morocco and Timbuktu. Will they be friends or not? Well, Morocco has just claimed a province of Timbuktu's. So I think the Grug better be careful about the wars he's declaring, because Morocco also has military tech 7, which Timbuktu does not.
We're down to 30 princes and 6 free cities in the empire.
Oh jinx, that's solidified fast. We don't even need the scroll wheel anymore. Why put in the work for scroll wheel if people are just going to eat up the princes so fast? Might erode Hungary's position as leader as well. Yeah, there we go. Morocco's also labeling Timbuktu as a rival. I don't think it's going to happen just yet, because traditionally people don't start big player wars before the end of a session, because it gives your enemies the chance to strike deals and get new allies, and then suddenly that sure thing war isn't so sure anymore. But I think next session Morocco is planning an attack on the Timbuktus, probably aided by Tunis. I mean, Tunis's army is right there, bordering air. I've got a question coming in for the HRE map mode. Less of a question, more of a request, but there we go. Hungary is ruling it. We've got the electors in orange here, free cities in blue, and the rest in green. That means actually Milan and Savoy stayed true to the HRE despite the Shadow Kingdom.
Yeah, that's a bit different.
Well, they are allied to Austria, but you know, Austria, well, Savoy's allied with France actually. You know, Austria is not the ruler of the HRE anymore. You don't have to bend your knee to him.
I don't understand. Portugal has only placed one colony.
Yeah, they get massive buffs towards colonization, but they've only placed one down in Costa. They've got it. Are they sending out their colonist elsewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Brazil.
Brazil is on the menu now. They're going for Bahia.
Benin has a border with Congo now. They have Gabon.
I wonder if he's going to decide to go south then. So that means he took exploration or expansion idea. He took expansion. He wants both those colonists then. Alright, he should be able to out-tech the Congolese pretty fast. That land isn't great, but it is land.
And all land adds up.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's no gold there. There's not even that much ivory, but it is development, and he could certainly do with some of that.
He's also taking out Sasan and Cannon Borno.
I want to check the culture here. No, it's a very different culture, so he'd have his work ahead of him trying to accept that. But yeah, Benin and Timbuktu have done well for themselves, but they've had to. With Morocco and Tunis on the door, they've got to get some power on their side. Timbuktu is a very well-placed fort. No matter what they do, Morocco won't be able to bypass that. Not the case for coming in through Tunis, though. He'd have to, say... Even taking air wouldn't be enough. He'd have to take one of these other forts. Good land to hold, though.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure Morocco and Tunis could defeat Timbuktu and Benin.
No, they've powered up a lot, especially Timbuktu.
Because they have to march through the desert, down into the heartland.
But they have the tech advantage right now. Oh no, they've lost it. Timbuktu just got military... Well, Timbuktu can now take military tech 7, so they're maybe holding on to that so that Morocco think they're at an advantage when in fact they're not. Military tech 8 isn't a big deal, but 9 certainly is. But I don't think Morocco and Tunis are going to give the Central Africans much of a chance here.
Yeah, the Venice player is not joining. He's posting on Slack that he can't join because there's no microphone. He says that last session was good, fair wars with honorable peace deals in both directions. This session, not.
It's always good and fair when you come out on top.
Yeah, but I think we're slowly running out of time because it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know where the time went there, because we're just a few minutes till end of session, and we usually end at the turn of the year. When
we will do that at the end of the year. The group will pause and save.
But I believe, Nurgle, correct me if I'm incorrect, that we're going to try to get people in for... normally we have people come up for the banter up here. Bit of a problem with that these days. Don't know why. But we're going to try to get them through the magic of internet talking. So I'm going to leave that to Nurgle, right? My hands are off on that one. As Nurgle starts sweating profusely.
Savoy is gobbling up Provence as we speak.
He did say he would, so he's making good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got Provence fairly isolated there. Oh, well... Lorraine always comes hand in hand with Provence, but I don't think that's going to be on Savoy's menu right now.
England is integrating most of Ireland. So. Oh well, so we basically lost the Venice player, the Florence player. The session. Nobody else.
Genoa player may or may not still be in.
Yeah. I
well,
don't see a major difference.
he's got the alliance with Hungary. I think he can become a good, strong Crimean power.
Ottoman is taking out the Karaman.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I don't know where the time went. That just kind of melted by. But we're on the case now. We're going to see if we can get a little bit of a chat room together and have a chat with our players. Nurgle, do you need me in a certain room on this? No. In fact, he's insisting that I touch nothing. Okay, fair enough. Oh, I see. The glorious knights are here.
Oh, yes.
That was an incredible move, followed by some stuff that, it was underhanded and rogue. But tell us about the knights there, Duplo.
So basically, I decided that, there was a silly bug with boats. I could not build more, so I decided that what I had was what I would have for the whole session, so I decided to actually try a surprise attack to Byzantium. That was actually not so surprised, because they were already claiming my land, but yeah, we were not afraid of Byzantium.
And you shouldn't have been, you slaughtered their armies.
Exactly. I mean, the knights, even if they are behind in tech, they have, the fate with them.
We were all very proud of you taking over Byzantium. It's a shame that the menace in the Ottomans had to come back. But, the Ottomans' days are numbered. I have every faith that the knights are going to triumph here.
Oh, yes. I really, really hope to actually get some more help from Europe when they stop fighting their petty wars against each other and actually fight the real threat there.
Okay, I mean, I think they have a few more wars between them left.
I kind of think the same, but, there is always hope.
Okay. Do we have anybody else joining in for the chatteroos here? I think we do. I think I see Loic there.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Welcome.
Loic, Can Bandit, playing with Hungary since the beginning of this Death Clash, and I would say doing pretty well at the moment, since on a twist of fate I became the Holy Roman Emperor.
Yeah, so how exactly? How? Why? Where?
So it's a simple 20 steps process. You start with an alliance with Austria, you sell them some province to join the empire, then they PU you, then you join the empire, they revoke the PU, they sell you back your land, and now you are in the empire, which is the first step. Then you have Saxony taking over the empire from them, and you're best buddies with Saxony, and they lose their heir, which means they have to find someone else to take the empire, and you just get elected out of pure friendship.
So this has all gone according to your masterful plan.
Oh yeah, you can imagine, Jake, it was planned from day one. Nothing was random in that.
Well, very respectable outcome for you. And not only politically are you in a great situation, but territorially, right? You have a strong grip on the Balkans. You took the rich lands of Moldavia, and you've made a good, strong friend over in Genoa.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how strong Björn B is at the moment. he mainly called me for help to avoid being crushed by the AI, and I couldn't let someone from my team die like that. Like, it's a shameful death that I wish on no one. So I came to the rescue. I think Björn B, considering the state of things in Italy, is considering more and more to embrace a more Cossack way of life and to go roam the steppes to the east.
Well, I'm glad the power hasn't gone to your head and you are still willing to help out your valued colleagues.
I'm always going to help out the little man.
Wonderful. All right, glad to hear it. Thanks a lot from Hungary.
Kaiser Johan is here now, though.
Oh, sweet. Welcome, Kaiser. Fighting to the last breath in Italy. What was all that about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, the first session was quite an interesting war. We were outnumbered, but we still managed to win that war because we had, like, the central position and could maneuver more easily. But this session, we were betrayed by Savoy again, a second time. I'm not sure why we trusted him. And we were also surprised by Portugal joining the war and Switzerland.
Yeah, well, Portugal have nothing else to do right now, so I think they just want to get involved in whatever. Starnan wants to build better alliances. But what was the nature of the Savoyard betrayal? Had you made an agreement that he broke, or what?
Yeah, we were gonna split Milan this session. I mean, the thing is, like, he betrayed us last time, so we didn't fully trust him. But it was like a weak promise.
Yeah, you were also a little low on allies anyway, so you were almost forced to.
But we talked to pretty much everyone, but no one wanted to be involved.
Oh.
So me and Wiz, like one of us had to go. It's way too tight for both of us.
Yeah, but you know, normally when you're up against the Wiz, he has 20 allies that will come and crush you in an instant. So you did well to make it to the end of session 2.
Yeah. So we'll see where I spawn. I just hope that Johan doesn't put me in like shit nation somewhere.
Well, there's a whole lot of the world that's untouched. I'm sure that you'll be coming back with a vengeance. In fact, you proclaimed to everybody that you will be back.
Oh yeah. You can
strike him down, and he will become more powerful.
No matter what happens, we're gonna be back in.
Oh, excellent.
We have backstabbers and traitors.
I think you've sown the seeds of excitement for a lot of viewers, so we're looking forward to making good on this promise. All right, well, thanks a lot for the entertainment, and best of luck in your next nation placement.
Thanks.
Cheers. So, for the no doubt confused viewers at home, let's have a quick recap about the situation. Pretty much everybody is working from home right now, which is why it's just been me physically here, and we've had people calling in. This will, correct me if I'm incorrect, will still be the case next week?
Yes.
Okay.
Officially, our office is closed, and while it's going to be closed for a few weeks. So next week, definitely, same situation.
And beyond that, we will know more in the future.
Exactly. We won't have to talk over each other as much.
Okay, well, as we said, the show will go on, but not for now. For now, we're out of time. So for everybody watching at home, see you next week. Cheers for joining in, and may the carnage commence.